As lawmakers debate how to pay for the $3.5 trillion spending proposal, more than 20 Democrats, 23 in all, I believe, have voted down an amendment proposing to prohibit giving amnesty to people in this country illegally with 10 or more DUI convictions. That's right. You can have 10 DUI convictions and still get amnesty. The move infuriating Angel parents like our next guest, whose son Matthew was killed by a drunk driver in the United States illegally about 10 years ago. There he is right there. Maureen Maloney joins us right now. She lost her son Matthew. Also with us, the Louisiana Congressman Mike Johnson, who introduced that amendment. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Maureen, what happened to your son?
So Matthew was 23 years old, and he had just graduated college, wanted to be a police officer, and he was driving home on his motorcycle in a residential area when a drunk, unlicensed illegal alien ran a stop sign and collided with Matthew. Matthew survived the initial impact, and the illegal alien decided to flee, and when he did, he ran over Matthew and dragged Matthew a quarter of a mile to his death.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Thank you for telling us that story, but I'm sure it just rips your heart out to tell it every time. Congressman, obviously, driving drunk is not good for anybody, but it can have, tragic consequences, as it did in Matthew's case. And so that's why what you proposed seemed reasonable. You have a DUI, you shouldn't get amnesty, right?
Well, that's exactly right, Steve. Most Americans are not realizing that part of this, as you said, this $3.5 trillion spending palooza includes amnesty for somewhere between 8 and 10 million illegal immigrants in this country. We wanted to test the limits there and see if there was anyone that the Democrats would exclude from that amnesty blanket that they're trying to toss across the country. And so we brought amendments for convicted sex offenders. They wouldn't go for that. We brought amendments for gang members, MS-13 members. They wouldn't go for that. So I said, what if someone's been convicted of DUI, a very dangerous crime? As you said, it kills thousands of Americans every year and injures hundreds of thousands. They wouldn't go for that. So I brought another amendment. How about 2 or more DUI convictions? They wouldn't do that. How about 10 or more? And as you said, all the Democrats on the committee voted against that amendment. So people need to be aware. This is an amnesty program that is not only blatantly unlawful, outrageous, it's also very dangerous for all of us.
It's terrible. Maureen, imagine those 23 Democrat lawmakers are watching you right now. What would you tell them about the consequences of awarding amnesty to somebody with 10 or more DUIs?
Well, I think alarms should be going off across this country. This is not a partisan issue. Drunk drivers don't care if they're killing Democrats or Republicans. They don't care who they're killing. That's why they drive drunk. I would say to these Democrats, look at your family members. Which one of your family members are you willing to sacrifice? Because it's not a matter of if these illegal aliens with prior DUIs are going to kill somebody. It's when they're going to kill somebody.
Yeah, unfortunately, and Congressman, that's why obviously, by amping up the number from 1 to 2 to 10, you were trying to make a point, and that is, it appears some Democrats are going to vote for this regardless of what's in it, even if it doesn't make any sense.
That is exactly right. There's no limit on their appetite for amnesty. They want to just erase the rule of law. As we know, we have an open southern border. Steve, we have people coming in from at least 150 countries, according to Border Patrol customs agents. And we have hardened criminals coming across that border, and the Democrats do not care. That's the point. They are on record over and over. We had a 13-hour Judiciary Committee hearing on Monday, and they went on record time and time again. They do not care. And we're so sorry for Maureen and her loss. There will be more losses in America if these policies are enacted. This is very dangerous stuff, and everybody needs to wake up and realize what's going on here.
Well, Congressman, thank you very much for getting up to tell us what you tried to do in Congress. And Maureen, thank you for joining us and telling us about your son, Matthew.
Thank you.
You bet.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.